Hey everybody, welcome to the Circa Terra base tour. So I'm a longtime Terraria fan and I've been working on this big base project that I just finished up about 2 months ago. And I'm here with two of my cousins and a really good friend of ours, and we're gonna do a little tour and show it off and talk about it a bit. So thanks for tuning in and we'll get to it. Let's start off with going down this way, and you guys can just ask any questions or anything as we go. Actually, why don't I just mention what we started with here? So this is
Actually,
the spawn point
oh,
of the world.
okay. I'll have to show it at the end. I can't see your full map here, but I can't
Yeah,
see your
yeah.
full base. This will be cool.
We'll explore it and then you can show it off at the end. That's
Okay.
I think that'll actually work pretty well.
All right.
But
Yeah.
anyway, the actual spawn point of the world is right here on this green T. And then I kind of just built a central hub, teleporters that could potentially be wired to go around the world, but right now there's not too much else going on
How do I
outside of
show the
this base.
wires? Can I show that somehow?
You Oh yeah, you can actually. Can you hold this grand design and then
Oh,
you can show the
whoa.
wires.
There they all are.
Don't do it too much though. It hurts your eyes.
How do I get rid of this now? Sweet.
Yep.
Let's keep
So
looking at
let's
this
drop
place.
down here. First of all, this is the bottom half of the base, let's call it. This first part is just like a display furniture section to fill space and look cool. My idea was to just kind of make it underworld-ish themed. So I used mainly obsidian with some lava background to try and make some cool designs and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, I
I
like
had
this like arm thingamajig. I actually did not notice that when we were.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
it's a supposed to be a tree,
Whoa.
like a burnt or corrupt-ish looking tree, but
Like a
it's
big old
upside down.
root.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
as above, so below. Dude, this
And so we
is.
have the storage wings. There's the right and the left on the outsides of the main furniture, obsidian furniture area. So I have it organized by with the statues and labeled there.
Oh my gosh.
So
All the
I've have
bars.
most of everything that I've
What's
needed,
funk?
and
Ooh.
it's
What?
it's short for functional, and it's also a
Oh,
cool kind of music.
disappointed. I looked in the chest, I was
Yeah,
like, what's could be inside? Railroad tracks.
yeah, it's
Dumb,
basically
dumb, dumb.
furniture
Okay.
that is functional, so
Okay, that
chests,
makes sense.
crafting stations, decorational
Hmm.
furniture, and then here these
Oh
chests are
my
for the
gosh.
themed
Wow, this
sets.
is an empty chest, okay. This is
Yeah, and
still
a lot of this stuff
magnificent.
isn't filled in, but it's sort of what's left over from building the base,
Makes
and
sense.
somewhat stuff I've moved here since just to materials that I've
Gotcha.
needed for building.
And you said earlier you have every item in the game in this, at least this map,
Mm,
right?
don't actually have every item. I have nearly every like furniture or display item, but there's like
Hmm.
a handful of materials and like miscellaneous weird items that I haven't like specifically collected. But we'll get to later. I do have a
Ooh.
display rooms for like all the weapons and all the armors and things like that.
Okay, here, where should we go
Yeah,
next?
this
This
left side
is
of the wing is basically the equipment and
yeah,
tool weapons and everything else.
which to me is a lot
So
more impressive to look through. I'm surprised how much B armor you have here.
yeah, most like a good amount of it's just junk that's kind of overflowing, but
Hmm.
there's a lot of space to fill, so I don't mind too much.
All right. Where's
Also, we
But
should
next?
I
mention
guess we'll
this is
head further
before.
outside. What was that?
We should mention this is before 1.4, like before
Oh
we
yeah,
actually.
that's true. That's true. So this is, well, I just completed it about a month and a half ago. So it was a basically my long-term 1.3 like super base project, and I've included most everything that you could get in the game at that point, with
Yeah.
the exception of a lot of the old ones army um um uh, weapons and tools and everything,
Okay, wait, wait,
because
wait,
I
wait, wait.
just haven't played through that yet.
This whole
So
area
here
we're
we
sitting
have.
in, this was built by you.
So yeah, we're moving further outward in the base, I suppose, and we have the mini biomes. So I built a series of biomes, one to represent all the actual biomes you can find in the game. And so we start off with the snow, and it also includes a floating island. And I kind of try to include both varieties of the floating island, the normal treasure island as well as the floating cloud lake. Oh, and this
Mm.
other thing I should have mentioned earlier is I have these white signs put throughout the base that provide a little bit of commentary and a little insight about what each section is about as well. So those have some interesting stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's
So we have
awesome.
the snow, the floating island, the jungle, surface jungle here,
Oh,
and then if we can head back to the storage room and drop down to the next layer, we have the desert, surface desert, and then to the bottom is the mushroom
that's cool.
biome, which unfortunately the background kind of is a little bit overwhelming when you're near it, but
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm
This
gonna
is-
do about that.
This is awesome.
So we
Yeah,
got
I'm going
desert,
down.
the
I'm going
ocean.
down into the. Oh, whoops! This just ends here. I thought that was gonna
Yeah,
be
I
open.
should add a trap door here to get down, but there's not one right now. But we can drop down through the center. So here's the center bottom. In between the biomes, I had some extra space, so I tried to do some pixel art here to
Ooh.
fill it in, and
This-
I just built a giant, I don't know, underworld-lookingly bullhead, and
It
it
is the
looked pretty
Tiger
cool, so
Tar.
I stuck with it. So I guess we can run through the underground desert. So I do have the surface and underground versions of all the biomes. And funnily enough, there's a slime that spawned in here. I did place all of the walls in here, so hopefully, like theoretically, no enemies should spawn, but occasionally one still does, and I'm not quite sure why. And I did place all the cobwebs, so sorry if you get stuck on any of those.
You actually
Why-
manually
also,
place the. Okay, I will not touch those then if they have to be manually placed. That's ridiculous.
Well, it's not like it's that much work. It just makes it feel a little bit more realistic.
Why'd
The
you choose bones for the background?
Yeah, so the background walls for the biome sections, we can drop down to the next layer as we talk about this, but you'll see this is especially in the underworld and the snow
Oh
biome
shoot! This
here.
opens.
A lot of the walls I had to figure out how to do customly using walls that were available
Right, because you couldn't
to,
actually
to,
play.
to place and obtain, because most of the background walls that are naturally generated with the world, you can break them but you can't obtain them, you can't pick them up and place them again.
Yeah.
So I sort of found different textures of walls and used paint to fit the biomes instead. So for here, I actually used the majority of the wall in the underworld here is glowing mushroom wall. It's painted red with some yellow stripes, and then there's also some stone and some lava background as well to just add texture.
So cool.
This.
And I kind of went, I don't know, a little off script with the underworld houses here. I
Yeah,
based
I
them
see what you
generally
mean.
off of the actual ones that you find in the
It's
underworld,
your own twist.
but I just filled them in a little more and made them a little bit, I guess, bigger and bulkier so that they could
And
look cooler.
they're not just like straight up
Yeah,
rectangles.
they're not quite so boxy.
Yeah, I like this a lot more actually.
Yeah, so, and also, if you look on the map now, you should be able to see how close we are to the bottom of the world relative to the actual bottom of the world, I guess. So all of the lava that you see here was actually placed by me manually.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
did
should
you
remember
place this
literally
trap
everything.
too?
Yep, I included traps
You freaking
and
jerk.
wired them up. So
Oh.
I basically tried to, I tried to
You're really being legit
include
with
everything that I could.
simulating all of this.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts is this mine track. I built that too, and it looks natural. And I tried to kind of connect the cave systems together across the section. So we have like the granite down here, and I tried to open it up to the underground hallow to make it look like it's a continuous cave network that just transfers biomes. Below, I also have a section of the dungeon.
Whoa.
But yeah,
Man.
it's weird.
It's weird because this doesn't look built. Like, this is really...
Yeah, a lot of it is easy to, I guess, interpret and manipulate. The one tricky part is, like I said earlier, the walls. And for this one, I think the wall looks really unnatural. I used multicolored stained glass with that orange color mixed in to change it up. But that's that was the by far the hardest part about figuring out how to do all these.
The whole base, it's just
the
orange glass
Fortunately,
wall.
some sections like the dungeon and the granite cave here, I had I could actually use the actual walls for, so I didn't have to worry about that. Here we got the underground and surface corruption, and then next to it is the crimson. These were really fun to make, especially recreating the crimson hearts / shadow orbs. So they're actually demonite and crimtane ore, respectively, to create the glowing effect, and I shaped them kind of like the actual shadow orbs and crimson hearts. So they look actually pretty realistic, as long as you don't look too close.
Don't look at him. Okay, that's awesome. Wait, should we? I went back up to the top.
Yeah, let's head up to the next.
Oh, did we?
I really like how I was able to sort of continue the chasms that go from the surface to the underground part, and I did the same thing with the crimson. I sort of continued the cave that leads directly to the underground portion.
We have these blockers here too. What? Did you build that before building the rooms?
Yeah. So I first sort of just segregated the whole area with the obsidian brick, my main building material for the bottom half for the base, and just structured it out and separated the different sections and put the barriers in between so that I would have boundaries as to where to make the actual biomes.
Biomes, okay.
Dude. You see down to the left, to the bottom right there, there's a part of the base, kind of, that we'll get to later.
Oh, okay.
Let's head
some
up again. I guess, actually, let's head back to the left and to up. We'll just check out the forest and the hallowed real quick. These were some of my favorites. I was able to include like miniature versions of the living tree here, and the little like surface caves that you can find. And then the hallow, the surface hallow doesn't really have anything special generated about it because it just takes over part of the surface that's already there, right?
Okay.
So I thought I'd make it a little interesting and add this little like pool with lines.
Does Hallow move over one block? So if there's just one block here, would it transfer over to this area?
Yeah, so
okay, so these had to be two.
During hard mode and during normal mode, pre-hard mode, they spread at different distances. But post-hard mode, it can spread up to 4 blocks. Like, you need a 4-block barrier.
So this is in easy mode still, this world?
Yeah, this world, I have not defeated the Wall of Flesh on this world. It's an expert world, but pre-Wall of Flesh, technically.
Okay. Alright, so I think have we explored the left and right wings of this then, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, I'm back at the spawn area. Let's go.
Yeah, so let's jump a little bit higher up here and we'll check out the top half.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah. So this is kind of the I guess I don't know what you call it, the entryway, the main opening display to the top half of the base. There's a marble tree here to mirror the underground burning
oh yeah, that little root thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it actually the
Okay.
main structure of the tree mirrors it pretty much
Identically.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then I added
Here,
the
I'm gonna see
green
if I can
leaves and
pull
the
that up on the
purple.
map. Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
if I can get the mouse to do what I want. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there's that guy to that guy. Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, yeah. So basically,
Okay.
where on the bottom half I have the obsidian furniture and the storage room, I have another semi-sphere that mirrors that on this side that I filled with the light tree and then glass furniture, and in the empty space I built things like this little skyship to just to look interesting. The skyship's one of my very favorite parts of this space. Actually, I really like how it turned out, and it was a lot
Yeah,
of
I
fun to
love
make.
it.
It reminds me, just because it has this safety device, the lifesaver here. It
Oh
looks
yeah.
like the eye and reminds me just like a head of a bird.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, just with its eye way too far back. But that's okay. Dude, I
Yeah.
really like, in particular of all of it, the little jet in the end.
The fire and the
Yeah,
smoke.
your little... That's awesome. It's a great
Yeah.
touch. Ah, this is actually quite detailed. I like this.
Nice, nice.
And the compass in there. Wow. Be a shame if someone threw
Hmm.
some dynamite right now. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. I feel like if I click at all, something's just gonna break and I'm
Most of
gonna
it
get
is
kicked.
pretty user friendly, but yeah, there's a couple parts that could potentially break. But let's drop down again to the grassy hills, and then we'll start from the right probably. But I made these like tunnely houses. My original idea was to house the NPCs, which there are currently. All my NPCs are sitting in there now. Um, but it ended up being just kind of like a lush green, um, I don't know,
It's
like
like
a
a
little
little town.
fantasy critter town world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
Oh
freaking
shoot.
hobbits.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to go on an adventure? Just ask the guide that.
Oh really? I just
No.
got a gold bird. Okay. So anyway, yeah, we have the little grassy tunnels, and then to the outside where we have the on the bottom we have the mini biomes. I have it separated into slices, and each slice has a different function slash thing to display. Oh, now that it's getting dark, I'll have to start turning the lights on. Oh no.
Oh, what just happened?
So I didn't try that before. We are now we're now in 1.4, and they updated some of the hanging furniture glitch
Oh,
mechanics. So some of my banners that I had as the curtains popped off because I turned the lights on.
no, that's...
Previously, the turning on and off lights wouldn't count as updating the block, but now they do, so that can
Gosh,
be a bit of an issue. I'll have to revamp some of that stuff.
that's
But
crazy.
anyway, this is the crafting station. It's themed after kind of like a train station uh, look, I guess.
Oh, I can
Um,
see what you're saying. Oh, I like this little spot here.
so it
Oh,
has
wow, I
every
missed...
different
Well, hold up. I
crafting
missed all this
station
top
in it.
stuff here. I need to go take a look at this. Whoa. So
Yeah, yeah.
all the
So
crafting tables.
yeah, this is all the
All...
workbenches that you could get in 1.3. And then this
Wow.
is kind of just a condensed version of the crafting stations. Whereas down here, they're kind of just placed around in such an order that you can
Just kind of
interact
browse.
with them easier.
Yeah. So
We
it's
have a
more
furnace room
linear.
to the right.
Oh
I built
my
a like a big blast
goodness.
furnace that
Goodness.
another one of the highlight parts of the base, I'd say.
Yeah.
I like the...
Love the
I don't know what it's called, but the lining here where it's all glowing.
Yeah, so I
Is
used
that
meteorite.
meteorite? Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
Yep. So
Wow.
if you come back to this
Oh,
blue
oh, oh.
crystal looking thing, there's this has sort of the magic fantasy crafting area, I guess you could call it, but it also has a teleporter that leads down. Gray, come stand on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
part.
yeah.
Yeah. It takes us to this little
Oh!
room where we have the crimson altar as well as the
bee.
different liquids and the magic the crystal ball. So,
like it out.
counting these, I think I technically have every different crafting station that you can get.
Wow.
Nice.
That.
So that's a fun little thing there. So let's go to the next slice now, I guess. I'll keep turning on the lights as we go. Or you guys can turn the lights on and off too.
I'm scared.
Oh shoot, let me
I'm
turn
gonna break something.
turn this main switch
Ooh,
on
sorry. What can I? Oh, where are we going?
now. No, you're good there. I'm just gonna grab
What
the lights.
the heck? He's gone. Oh, shoot! That turned on like everything.
Yeah, so I have a couple like super main like switches that activate a bunch of stuff,
I
but
can see
most of
that
them
like blue line. I guess looks like it runs a lot of places. That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, you can see the wires.
Yeah, I've been occasionally turning that on just to give a reference. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
like
this
this
section,
design here. What the heck?
this is the potions and herbs
Hey,
wing, or not wing, but I guess slice, let's call it. So I have the potion brewing area here where I can store potion materials in these chests, and then craft them and basically have access to any potion that I need. And then I
So
have
a lot of blood
herb
brew.
farms throughout here.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
tried to create the planter boxes and shape them like the actual herb that they represent.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I feel like
So
is that gonna be easier to see on the map? I'm just gonna zoom in. Eh, kinda.
yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I can see them though. That's cool. And that goes up.
Mm-hmm.
And is this part of the sphere? Did
The
you have to just
sphere.
count this? Okay, hold up. Okay, no, this is just the dome. I remember watching when we were doing the other video editing, you trying to count out the sphere for down below, I believe.
Yeah.
And that
So
one, that was crazy. But
yeah,
this dome, how did you do the dome without, making it symmetrical? Wow, we still have a lot of this thing to go. Oh my gosh.
so it is actually symmetrical.
And the whole thing's starting to get shape here.
Like the top and the bottom, but
Oh my god,
there's
the
like a gap
detail.
in the middle. So it's two semispheres with a zigzag break in the middle of it. Thanks.
Whoa.
This is the angler shack.
This is where I hang out, is up here.
It's themed for fish and treasure and pirates and angler stuff.
I like the roof.
Yeah, so I used the Dynasty shingles for the roof, painted red or yellow. Actually, no, the red one's not painted, but the yellow is painted. And then most of it is the palmwood,
Wow.
and then there's also some pearlwood sections as well.
Man, sorry, I'm just taking that all in.
In these item frames, I have the different quest fish displayed. So this was all the different quest fish that you could get in 1.4. 1.3. There are
Oh,
some
and you
new
got a
ones in
little dock
1.4.
here? I didn't even catch that.
Little fishing dock, and yeah, you can fish in the lake here that I made as well. And there's also a couple spawners, so you can spawn jellyfish and goldfish in the lake.
Wow. Okay.
So I think
Okay,
that's
I think I got this little area.
the angler section.
That is
Next
so
is
cool.
the critters. So this is the critter display. There's all the different gold critters that you could get, as well as statues that spawn all the critters. Lights as well that need to be turned on.
Are they hooked up too? Oh my gosh, they are. Wow.
Yeah, they're wired.
Wait, where are they wired to? Where can you?
The switches are right here underneath me.
Oh, I
nice,
see.
they're hidden.
That's
Yeah. So
Man.
one of the little tricks that I've discovered is hiding. Oh my gosh.
Oops.
Do you see the critters floating there? That was weird. Anyway, hiding switches underneath hammered stairs, platform stairs. You can kind of hide half of it.
Wow, it just becomes a Disney movie the moment you click that.
Yeah, I know. Except for the jellyfish that just like kills all of them that touch it.
I didn't say it was a good Disney movie. Okay,
It's actually
so
funny. Jellyfish technically, well, I don't know. These jellyfish aren't critters,
they're
but there is
actual
a critter
spawns.
jellyfish,
Oh, okay.
and there's 3 jellyfish that you can
Oh,
put in bowls and display.
FYI, it looks like some of these are missing. Is that intentional or?
Oh, right. So these are the different summon pets that you can get in the game. So I'm pretty sure I have all the light pets displayed and all of the like animal pets that you can get, but there's a couple there's just a gap of 3 there because I didn't have there weren't enough in the game to fill. I just had an empty space left over.
Just these birds here, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of
Oh
distracted
yeah.
by that alone. Just clean them up.
A lot of fun with this.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this is awesome. I like this room. All the
Anyway, yeah,
scorpions.
I also really like how I did the marble with the waterfall background,
Yeah, that
and
matches
I
lovely.
really liked how that contrasted.
Yeah, the designs of each place are so unique. It's kind of
It's cool how
crazy.
like it's cool how much variety there is just in this game. Like
Yeah.
you can keep building stuff forever and still have unique combinations and different things to try out.
Okay, here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. Do you want to go down here to the left? Is it,
Yeah, let's just run
what's
down. This is
this?
kind of the entryway for the critter display. I just a green forested area that has a few critters here and there. That it's just been meant to feel green, I guess.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Just right here, without anyone talking, the audio is awesome. You have the waterfall
Yeah.
going and just all of that noise of just the animals.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
I was
man.
hearing a frog, but the frog I think died.
Yeah, the frog stopped.
I think
Yeah, I
someone
heard it too.
squashed it.
Here's
Whoa.
we can see another
Were
little
we
piece
already?
of the
Oh, I flew here earlier. Yeah, the little weather balloons were really cool.
yeah.
No, the hot air
This stuff
balloons.
was just to fill space again for that intersection. Um, let's see the next slice here. We have the NPC houses. So here's the actual like place for the NPCs. I built a different house for a different room for each NPC, and I tried my best to make it themed to fit each one. So you can try and guess like which house goes to what NPC.
This is demolitions right here.
Yep.
Big ol'
It's
dynamite
a landmine.
thing.
Dynamite thing.
What is it? The trigger for dynamite in those classic movies?
Yeah, the plunger.
That's what that's called?
Well, I think.
I mean,
Shoot.
sure.
Oh, it's a detonator. A detonator.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I think plungers look different than that, Isaac.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna
it's a
cry.
type of plunger.
Oh, is this the... Wait, is it a gunsmith? Is this what this is?
Oh no, this one is supposed to be the pirates.
Oh, I didn't know there was a pirate. Okay, that makes
Yeah, there's a
a
pirate.
lot of sense.
Yep.
I like that. That's...
The gunsmith was supposed to be this one here.
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
built like a safe down here, basement with a couple different guns in it.
That's awesome.
I like that.
Yeah.
This is the...
The witch doctor.
Oh, the witch
Oh.
doctor. I was thinking the dryad.
Yeah, same.
The dryad is the
Oh, this...
normal
Yep.
brighter green one here.
I mean, our house
The
now
the-
kind of looks...
Yeah, the
pretty
witch doctor is just the
dryad-like.
jungle.
Oh, I
variant.
love the guides. That's the
Yeah, so the
most
guide's
epic.
house is definitely the best. highest quality.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's the most like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa,
Very
who's
well
this?
designed.
Did you get a unicorn? What is... The dye guy? Is that...
The party girl.
Oh,
There's
I
a
didn't
party
even know
NPC.
there was a party NPC. This is crazy. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, wait, whoa, oh, okay, there's a lot
What's
to
this do?
explore, but I wanna...
Yeah, check this one.
Oh,
What's this?
oh shoot. How do I get
Tinkerer?
back?
Oh, the it's labeled. Oh yeah, or you can do that. Shoot, I'm trying to figure out where I put my light switch in this one.
First one to find it wins.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find it with all of us
We're
in
all
the
like
room.
standing on each other.
Yeah. What is?
I swear it was behind one of the stairs again.
Oopsie daisy. Okay, come
I
down.
think I did.
Oh my gosh, I meant
Oh
to
my
click
gosh,
the
I
little.
can't. Oh, I
Okay.
found it. Oh no, that's for the bottom.
Oh, I still have a
Oh,
chance.
there's the other one.
Wow, this place is
It's
insane.
behind your companion cube.
Oh shoot,
wow.
let me move
Okay,
on.
I didn't even go up here.
Oh dang, those are hidden.
And this goes. Oops, I just hit my head on that.
Yeah,
pointy
this is
spot.
the same. Same place.
Wow, this is phenomenal.
Who's this for?
This blue
Your
one here.
mom.
Blue
Oh,
and
sorry.
black is for my mom actually.
Oh,
Oh
It's
shoot.
for the cyborg.
that's very sweet. Okay.
Oh
We got
right.
Cyborg, Santa. This tiny little heart-shaped obsidian house is for the tax collector.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, we need Rod. Taxation is the.
That is
Yeah.
very true.
You're like, there's
The
one
only
thing
you said.
the whole time.
That is
Taxation
very...
steps. It's like I'm coming. I'll be there in a moment. Okay.
Here's the wizard's castle. The wizard's is probably my favorite one. It's hard to say, but I think it might be my favorite of all of them.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that,
Overall, of all of these slices in the upper sphere, upper half or semisphere, this section was probably my favorite. Like the NPC houses. It was just so much fun to make each one.
yeah, these are really creative. I think the guides is my favorite.
Honestly,
It's
guides
so
such a
simple, but it's like,
Nailed coffin.
dang it, you did it.
Look
Yeah.
how ridiculous the party girl's house looks. It's just so.
It looks like a unicorn's fart was a house. Okay.
Yeah.
This is awesome, but I've seen it now. I want to move on. So,
But now I've seen it.
but yeah.
Basically, tree farm / display. So there's all the different trees that
Whoa.
my world has.
Sorry, I'm just taking in the spiral staircase.
Yeah, here's the center of the upper semisphere, and I built this spiral staircase.
Oh shoot! And you
so
have
that I
all
could
the
get big on the
layers.
Reddit.
So I could get big on the Reddit.
Actually, I never posted this during the spiral staircase meme. But anyway, these floating chandeliers are also one of the things that broke with the update. So I had to replace them. Oh my gosh, and I realized I placed this one off. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
0 out of 10. This place is ruined.
Alright, we're restarting the recording. Got it.
Anyway, I'll fix that in a second.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute. What is this room that I'm seeing with the balloons?
So, let's go.
Do we start from the bottom? I'm gonna start from the bottom. Hold up. I'm dropping.
Yeah, let's do that.
I like
So
the stairway to
that's basically
heaven.
half
That's
of
cool.
The uppers.
Okay, wait,
so
where
this
am I
is
for reference? Okay, this is Tiger Talk. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you can also mouse
found
over the
Waldo!
signs. There's like some statistics on what is all in the base, like this sign down here.
Okay. Sorry, that's all I'm
So
hyped about. Do you have a light switch
I
in
attempted.
here?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I see it.
There's a couple. This one turns on the center part.
Nope, didn't do anything.
That's a useless one. That's the display one. That's the one that goes with the wiring.
It's
furnace.
called art.
Switch.
So I do have these lanterns hooked up here, but you can't turn them on right now because I disabled them because they would break if we turned them on right now. So unfortunately, this part doesn't have lights. I guess technically right now.
Are these?
I do have
Oh.
behind.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's all the paintings, all the enemy banners in 1.4.
I have the banner list right now of what my screen is showing the bonuses for.
Dude,
my whole screen is covered in green text.
Yeah, so
wow.
That was probably the hardest thing to
Oh
get.
my gosh. Okay, now that the lights are on,
was all these banners. The last one that I got, the hardest one,
Oh, they
was the
move now.
groom banner.
Yeah, the groom out of all things was the hardest.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Anyway, basically there's furniture everywhere. There's so much I pretty much didn't even fit it in. Like I fit this much in, but I couldn't fit the statues, and there's a handful of other like small things that are actually missing still.
This
But
is a proper display. Also, you need to get these chandeliers. What is going on here?
yeah, so all the
Oh, there we
lights
go.
are
Okay.
There we go.
Nope,
Ooh.
we're all good again.
like the campfires too. You can turn on the switches are right over in this area, and you can turn on and off the candles, the candelabras, the chandeliers, and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cows. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, moving
moving
on.
along.
Wow.
That part's hard for my computer to load.
I'm not losing any
Actually,
frame rates, so we're good right now. At least for
sweet. So this is the block
Wow.
display, all the different blocks and also platforms.
And
Here I also
walls.
have them on actuators,
What
so
just broke?
you can turn them
Everything.
on and off.
Oh, that was probably a crystal broke.
Oh, is this
Yeah,
ash or something? You have corruption just growing. Or not
yeah,
corruption,
so there's
whatever the other one
the
is.
corrupt and crimson
Crimson,
sands there, and they will grow spikes and whatnot. I just had to deactuate the sands and the silts though, because with the update they will fall when actuated, so it kind of broke them.
Oh, so
Can
you
we
have
point
Also
out-
have light switches here.
These moss you had to bring from the underworld and somewhere in the caverns to bring this moss to grow all the way up.
So
crazy.
I had to bring up the lava
What?
moss, like the orange one. The other four, you can actually grow with the staff of regrowth, or you could.
So wait. You put a line from the underworld all the way up here to get it to grow to that?
Yes, but I didn't have to wait for it to do it on its own. I could use the staff of regrowth to speed it up.
Even the
So-
underworld one?
Yes,
That's-
even the underworld one. I just had to start it from there. So it did take a while,
Jeez.
but I was able to do it fairly efficiently, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a
But yeah,
long way. I just kind of
Yeah.
zoomed out to look.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the other blocks. Did we
I'm
get
just looking at this tiny cube, thinking about how long it took for you to put that cube there.
And honestly, I have not found in 1.4 a way to get to grow moss stone. So I could, well, without
shoot, there's more in
actually
here.
manually letting it grow now, like on its own. I don't think I could get those anymore.
Oh, dude, a lot of these things that I'm seeing, I don't think I've seen before. Granted, you
Yeah.
guys have played a lot more Terraria than I have, but wow.
Yeah, that's true.
this bubblegum one? Ugh.
I know.
So gross.
So these are like the
Yeah.
ores and special bricks down here.
There's like
This
a
is the
bubblegum
NPC
wall
brick right here.
somewhere in Europe. Have you guys ever seen that?
The
Yes.
gum wall? Yeah.
It's like a place where they, I don't want to smell that thing. Okay, let's...
Next slice is the
Whoa.
armor. Also includes the statues that didn't fit in the furniture section.
Can I stand here?
Um,
Oh, there's
The
a...
reduced frames are included too. Gosh.
Yeah, are you dropping frames here?
A little.
A tiny
Everything's
bit,
slow.
like, it's not,
Not terrible,
nothing
but it's doing
to
it.
be concerned about. Wow.
Yeah, no. Like when I first load this section, it takes my computer like a solid 3 or 4 seconds.
So were these mannequins left
Wow.
empty for 1.4?
So the empty mannequins are actually left empty for the
Updates.
Old One's Army
Oh.
armor sets you can get. So I haven't
Oh.
played through Old One's Army, and I didn't want to spoil it just by trying to get the armor just without actually playing through for fun. So I left those empty for that reason, and there's also some weapons that in the next section that I did the same thing with.
Yeah. Cool.
So I like keep sitting in spots for so long, but then I'm like, well, I'm still looking at stuff. Like,
There's so much to
oh, there's still
Yeah,
more up here.
There's a lot of stuff in this game. It's kind of what I
Yeah.
found
Yeah.
building this.
This is. Oh, I like the Grim Reaper up there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dracula.
Yep, so vanity section up here.
Furry. Okay, wow. Oh, I didn't realize they had the creeper in here. This is...
Oh yeah.
Ooh, the creep. Oh. Okay, where... Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I need to
Alright,
go down to these
ready to
weapons.
go
Yeah.
to the next one.
Wait, did we get statues?
Oh yeah, the
Oh my
statues are up here.
gosh. Okay,
So next is
cool
the weapon
statues. Okay,
section.
moving on.
Tools and weapons, actually. So I have,
Oh my gosh.
again, excluding the older
What?
army, every tool
What
and
the
every
heck,
weapon.
Isaac?
Also, I'm
Okay, I
looking for
think
my light switch. I can't.
it's this,
Oh yeah, I
that's
put
an
it in
area
forward.
I've
You could
explored.
actually sit in this now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
there
there
we
we go. What?
Nice.
I
Sitting in
Yeah.
his throne.
And around the throne here are kind of my like my favorite weapons and stuff that I've used throughout the game.
Nice.
Oh, so those are your favorites?
Yeah, these are my favorite picks, just for various reasons. They're cool, or I've used them a lot, or took me a while to get, or something.
Some sort of significance. So you still have a blank portion
Yeah.
over here. Is there...
Yep. So the old one's army has a bunch of tools and weapons that
And did
go
you
there.
count it out, like, for how many that need to be?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I like how well thought out this all is. It's kind of insane.
And yeah, that was like planning
Oh,
was
and these are
basically
all these
the
little...
most time consuming part.
That
Wait,
makes
how did
sense.
you do the entire circle? The oval?
The what?
The oval of the entire...
How big is it?
No, how did
Like,
you
how did you
plan
make
that?
it?
Like, because that's...
Oh. So when I first was laying out the base, I flattened out the world a little bit to make it easier to work with. And then I went to the left and right of spawn and basically just went a certain distance and was like, okay, this seems like a good size. I'll build it to here. So I made it even on both sides, and then I used that distance to use for the diameter of the circle, and then just ended up building it off of that.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like, I don't know. I tried to make it big enough to where I could fit everything I needed to in, and it was pretty much like I'm pretty much the right size in the end. Yeah, that sounds good. So here we have the vault. So this was the very last section of the base that I made.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, again, light switches. And
I want to see...
anyway, I built it to sort of display all this special stuff. Well, not special stuff, but look like a rich man's vault, I guess. So
I-
anyway, it has
Ow.
a spike door, and see the switches underneath us are actually a code that you have to put the right code in these switches to open the gate.
What?
So if you want, you could try and figure out the combination.
Got it.
I am in the Let's
Are
Play
you
game.
kidding
What
me?
the heck?
There we
How
go.
did
Okay,
I
you
do
got
that?
it.
What?
There's little hints like these colored lights right here, the blue and red lights.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness
indicate
gracious.
the
You're
left and
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe I got
Dude,
That's
that's
hilarious.
amazing.
I was just switching them randomly too.
Wow.
That is...
Oh,
Okay, that's
that's
funny.
great.
That's perfect, but...
Oh, there goes the banners.
My banner's here as well.
My banners.
Yeah, so
Please go.
this is the entryway, the dining hall where you can sit and eat if you're a rich person. Have a little mural.
Should I go outside?
Oh,
Oh,
can I-
whoops.
And then
Yeah,
we
yeah,
move
here.
into the actual vault.
Okay, here.
So I have a... First
this
is kind of this...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
That looks awesome.
So this,
Cash.
kind of just ores and bars displayed and
Oh
piled
my
up here.
gosh. Are there more lights to be turned on? Where?
There are a lot of lights in the vault too. Yeah, like
I
every
just
room
want to
has
point
its
out
own
that
light
this
switch.
vault would look a lot better if there wasn't any taxation.
Oh my god.
If there wasn't.
Any
Oh
taxation.
no!
Oh
I
my
just noticed
gosh.
another thing that broke. I think.
This is the result of taxes. Please call your governor.
Oh my god. Look.
All of my gems
Wow.
that were floating popped off.
No.
That's
Right.
too bad.
Is that silver for the walls and chunks?
It's actually just I think it's cobalt brick that's painted gray. Actually, oh no, I see what you're saying. It's gold brick that's painted gray,
What?
so it looks silver.
That's like weird that you're taking gold and trying to make it look like silver. Like you're like,
I'm pretty sure it's
We
gold.
don't
That's
want-
true richness.
silver-plated gold.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
the heck?
This is like my favorite part, I think. This
The
painting to
vault
the
is
right
empty though.
and the stack of ingots is probably my favorite part of the entire creation.
Yeah, the ingots, and there's just tons of cash everywhere.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yep. It was a lot of fun too.
Also,
Oh
wasn't there
my
gloom statues
goodness.
hidden all over?
What was that?
Gloom statues hiding?
Yes, so that's another thing. I forgot to sort of say that.
The
I'm just gonna
detail
read real
is
quick.
absurd.
Yeah. Alright,
I
Rod,
have a
enjoy the
little
vault.
intro sign here that talks
No,
about
Dad,
like,
let me
the
out.
base briefly. But I hid 10 gloom statues in the base. So overall in the entire base there are 10 gloom statues that you can kind of find as a treasure hunt if you want to. Have the statistics on how wide the base is.
Is this a gloom
it's-
statue?
Yep, that's one of them right
Okay,
there.
I have seen a couple of those. Reminds me of
Mhm.
those kid books where they'd have like the little ducky in the background. I don't know if
Oh
anybody
my
remembers
gosh.
that.
Throwback, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I thought I was the only one.
I think that does it pretty well. We got around the whole thing.
Dang, Isaac, this is mind-boggling how much detail is in this.
It was a
Oh,
lot
no,
of fun and a
Congratulations,
lot of
dude,
time.
for finally finishing it. This is incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious for at least anybody watching if they managed to find any of those spooky statues. What are they called?
Oh yeah, the gloom statues.
The
yep.
gloom ones. I only saw a couple, but how many
Yeah,
are
yeah.
there
So
for the record?
there's 10 total, and
10 total.
we'll have in the description of the video, we'll have a world download so you can download it and explore yourself too if you want.
Okay.
Feel free to do whatever. Let me know if you have any other questions or concerns, and then we'll be sure to get that taken care of. This base was another point is built without using any mods or building editors or anything.
Yeah,
It's
Isaac
all
did this
in.
Yeah, Isaac,
100%
I don't.
handmade.
Yeah, just handcrafted and made with love.
handcrafted. Everything was collected, everything was placed. Not a single thing was actually.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
notice this swing.
Uh-huh.
Oh my. Okay, well
There's
now it's
probably-
complete.
There's probably a lot of stuff that you didn't notice. Like there's stuff that
Yeah.
I don't notice still.
You're like, oh, I did that?
And
Oh,
I made
wow. Yeah, this is
So
insane.
yeah, it was,
And dude,
was-
you actually wait. How close is this to the ceiling? Wow, this is actually
you can fly to the top of the world from there.
that's insane. Because this, yeah, there's low gravity at the top. These slimes are jumping. And I think I've captured all of it. This is
Sweet.
amazing. Thanks for giving us a tour, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you guys for jumping on and exploring it with me. It's been really fun, and hope everyone out there watching enjoyed. If we get more than 2 people watching, I'll be happy. Have an
Yes,
awesome
very
day.